Hi you guys, it's Mrs. Behrens. I have your reading lesson for Thursday, November 12th. Today you will need your iPad and that is it. We will be reading this article titled Growing Crops the Natural Way. This article, like most of the articles we read recently, connects to our ecosystems unit and especially to the impact of what introducing something to an ecosystem can have. Let's read. Farmers depend on their crops for a living. City gardeners put a tomato plant and some herbs in a pot in a sunny spot on their apartment balcony. Both farmers and part-time gardeners want to produce the healthiest, best-tasting fruits and vegetables possible. That means finding ways to kill unwanted pests and to make sure the soil is as rich as possible. Some people do this by using human-made or synthetic chemicals. These chemicals include pesticides, products designed to kill insects. They also include fertilizers, which enrich the soil. The chemicals fertilizers contain are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and they are all essential for plant growth. Getting rid of garden pests might be necessary too. You don't want a worm or an insect to make a meal of that bright red tomato before you can. But you don't need to use chemical products, which may be harmful to the environment, to grow healthy crops. You can garden the natural way. You can be an organic gardener. What's a pesticide? A pesticide is any chemical used to kill pests that threaten plants. Pesticides include herbicides, which kill weeds and other undesirable plants, insecticides, which kill insects, and fungicides, which kill fungi. Here are some ways to grow crops the organic way. Use natural fertilizers. Compost. The compost pile is important to the organic gardener. You don't buy it in a store. You make it in your own backyard. Compost is made from recycled garden and kitchen wastes. Excess crops, fall leaves, and even weeds go into the compost pile. Fruit and vegetable scraps, eggshells, coffee grounds, and even some paper products, such as egg crates, are great composters. Manure from horses, cows, chickens, and other birds make good natural ingredients. Do not, however, add dog droppings or cat litter to the compost pile. The materials in the compost pile quickly decompose. Turning the compost over from time to time helps speed up the process. Eventually, the compost pile looks like lumpy, dark brown soil. It contains lots of humus, an important part of good soil. Composting is a natural soil building process. It results in the natural breakdown of materials. Crops gone to seed. In nature, nothing has to be wasted. The lettuce shown below has gone to seed. It can be tilled back into the earth to enrich the soil. Stop weeds before they start. Most people plant crops, such as lettuce, in rows. Weeds spring up between the rows and have to be killed. The lettuce pictured below on the right has been planted in a carpet rather than in rows. The carpet of lettuce smothers any weeds that try to grow, so you don't have to use weed killer. Take a moment now to go back to this assignment in Schoology and open up this final page of the article. It has the heading, Keeping Pests Away Naturally. Read this page independently. When you are done reading, return to this video and I will walk you through your response. Now that you have read this page, Keeping Pests Away Naturally, on your own, it's time to work on our response. I am going to show you the 3 questions that you will respond to in Notability. Let's talk about it first and then we will have you take a screenshot of this and put it in your own Notability. Today you will be responding to 3 different questions. The first question is, what is a pesticide? Look back at the article and see if you can find this vocab word, pesticide. Write down the definition that you can learn from the reading today. Question number 2 is, what are 3 things farmers can do to grow healthy crops without using pesticides? Use the headings in the article that we read to identify 1, 2, 3 things that farmers can do. Finally, question 3. Think about a farm field as an ecosystem. When a farmer applies pesticide to the field to control unwanted insects and weeds, how might this impact the rest of the ecosystem? Crops, other plants, soil, water, air, animals, people. Write your answer to this question in paragraph format. We have been discussing what paragraph format means for the last 2 weeks or so. Remember, when you write a response in paragraph format, that means that your response has 3 parts. It starts with a topic sentence that introduces the reader to what you will be discussing in your paragraph. Then, the middle of your paragraph has supporting details. Oops, that is not dark enough, sorry. The middle of your paragraph has supporting details. These supporting details, 1, 2, 3, give the reader more information about the topic of your paragraph. And finally, your paragraph must have a concluding sentence. The concluding sentence gives the reader the takeaway of your paragraph. It restates what you're talking about, and it wraps it up in a nice little package to give them one last final idea to end on. Last but not least, remember that your paragraph will be indented at the beginning. Remember that you will be using capital letters, punctuation, and complete sentences. I am now going to erase all of my marks on this page and give you an opportunity to take a screenshot of this to bring it into Notability if you would like. Go ahead and take that screenshot now if you would like. I have also loaded these 3 questions into the assignment as a separate document, so you can bring it from that location as well. When you are done answering all of these questions, submit your work to Schoology.